What's going on, beautiful people? I am the Grandmaster, and I also go by D-Ray, bringing you guys another Wi-Fi battle. Today, we're dipping into the RU tier. Shout out to CB Marcus, my good homie, my pal, mi hermano. This is the team that he used to get #1 on the RU ladder. If you want to check it out, not only will his link be in the description below, make sure to subscribe to his channel. Fantastic human being. But the code is up on the top right hand corner of the screen. Try it out. Let us both know how you do. This is the first battle I used with it, so we'll see how it goes. Today we take on our good buddy Trexo. Also, link will be down in the description. Subscribe to him as well. Spread the love to everybody. And might as well, while you're here, leave a like. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you're new. And with that being said, let's get it. Pull up a chair, get your popcorn ready, and hit the lights.
Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, let's get things on and popping. Oh, this is so funny, dude. Shout out to CB Marcus, man. The both of us are out here with the good stuff, man. We're out here with the good stuff. Both using the same team. Things you love to see. I'm a mystical fire off rip. That way I can drop a special attack in case he wants to attack. But it's looking like he's just gonna set up spikes, which is fine. Shout out to Marcus for not putting hazard removal on this team, but hey, here we are. We're gonna mystical fire, bring this down to its sash. If this is the same team we're using, then we know exactly what's going on. So this is actually quite hilarious. So he does curse body us, which is unfortunate because now we have to switch out, which actually kind of sucks. So I think our best bet is to bring in bananas. We could also bring in red eyes, but I think bananas is our overall best bet. Spikes are up and we can't remove them, so delicacy may also be a play we want to do, but I think that bananas is just our overall best bet. That's crazy. That's nuts. He's over here with the mirror team. That's so funny. Good old Marcus, man. Look at bananas. Look at bananas. Shout out to Primate. Looks so cool. I love Primate, man. Such a good Pokemon, especially now. So good. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bulk up in this thing's face. Getting a bulk up off is gonna be fantastic. It's in his best interest to switch. I'm max speed def, and so it gives me opportunity to really put in the finest. His best bet, I think, here is to bring out Gardevoir. I would assume so. No, he brings out his own guy. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Now, are we just gonna go ahead and do this? Are we gonna do this? If I can get off a Drain Punch before he attacks, I think we'll be in a good spot. He could also Encore. We have to win the speed tie. I'm gonna Drain Punch. Hopefully he doesn't win the speed tie and get an Encore off. He does. Okay. So he wins the speed tie, which is unfortunate. So now we're forced to switch, which is a little bit unfortunate, but also we get to bulk up. You know what I mean? Like, is that really the worst thing in the world? So bulking up is not the worst thing in the world. So I'm gonna go ahead and Drain Punch. Sorry, I'm gonna bulk up. Duh, I'm gonna bulk up again. I think this lasts 2 turns and we're up to his bulk up. So how much damage does the Gardevoir do? If he specs, right? I think we have to switch, right? Yeah. So I could also Terra. I think that the 50-50 is gonna be a thing. Cause I'm max def, man. I don't know how much damage is it gonna do. I'm curious because this is a interesting scenario that we're put into here. I can go ahead and Terra, cause why not? And then I'm probably gonna I have to bulk up again. How many more turns do I have of this unfortunate scenario of the taunt or the Encore? Encore for 1 more turn. So I think what we should do, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to stay in? What does he do? 50-50 here, right? Do I switch out? No real reason not to switch out into Liberty. So I think that's just what we're gonna do. I could outspeed it and then bring in Spooky. He locks us out because of the spike, which is unfortunate. I think we're gonna bring a Liberty. In case he goes for the Moonblast. He doesn't know if I switched anything, so this is crazy. Look at Bronzong. Look at the detail on Bronzong. He does go for the Moonblast, which is great. If we had Terra Steeled, we'd have been in a fantastic position. He gets a crit, which is unfortunate, but we're in a good spot now. Encore confirms that this is probably just the exact same team that we're playing. So I think from here, we're gonna go ahead and click Nightshade. I could also Body Press. He is in this, so what does he bring in? on our boy here. I would assume probably his own primate, which in that case, I think I should switch out into Spooky. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna double out into Spooky. Let's see what he does. Because he can't stay in here, right? Right? You don't Moonblast your specs. I don't think this is a good idea. So, he should switch and bring our Frostlass. If he does stay in, he's gonna get us, but he doesn't, which is good. So we're gonna bring in Frostlass. It's gonna outspeed whatever he wants to come in, unless he brings in this thing, and then I think do we live a first impression? Let's see. But to this thing, I think sacking Frostlass is our overall best bet, to be completely honest. So we're bringing Frostlass. We do take the spikes. I don't think our first impression will kill, but it'd be interesting to see if he tries to. I'm going to try to Destiny Bond. I don't think the first impression kills. Bandit HAXORUS is a fucking menace, but in case it doesn't, I'm gonna Destiny Bond and take down this crazy monster. So if he wants to go for anything but a first impression, I think we'll be in a decent spot. But I would assume that first impression shouldn't kill because it is resisted. So, I mean, who knows, right? Yeah, first impression shouldn't kill. So I'm gonna Destiny Bond in case he wants to outrage here. He knows that my Ice Beam won't kill. So this is our overall safest bet. He's taking a long time though. He's thinking about it. Drexo, 20-minute timer, bud. Oh, ripping the chat. Dude, look at freaking HAXORUS looking so good. That's Red Eyes right there. You can get the Destiny Bond off or whatever he wants to come in. You can't kill us on the following turn. Clearance. This is this guy. Okay, that's fine. Perfectly fine here. He does have the body press, I think, and maybe the only thing he has aside from Nightshade. So our best bet is to get up a spike, and then we can Shadow Ball. Nightshade, not too worried about it. If he Nightshades us down to the point where I can click Destiny Bond again, that'd be the best bet. But we have an opportunity here to get up multiple layers of spikes, and then just click Shadow Ball, which would be really good. Because this thing's going to be really annoying to deal with. And if it's the same Bronzong, then if he tears into ground, then I can click Ice Beam. So I'm going to click up another layer of spikes. The spikes can be fantastic for the end game of HAXORUS and our own Gardevoir. So interesting mirror matchup we have here. So this next one is going to kill us. So I'm actually going to go ahead and Destiny Bond here. And if he wants to kill us, that'd be great. And if he switches, that's perfectly fine. So we're in a commanding position here. Taking out this Bronzong would be really nice for HAXORUS and Gardevoir, to be honest. So I can lock into the thing here now. I think his best bet is to bring in his own Frostlass. That way he can try to, outspeed stuff. So he brings in the Frostlass, which is fantastic. He sacks it off. Not a big deal. I think that Frostlass is the fastest Pokemon on this team, so pretty solid. He has to bring in probably HAXORUS to first impression. I can still save this as a sack, and I can bring in Bronzong. There's no real reason not to, I think. So that may be just our overall best bet. Because if he brings in HAXORUS, it's going to telegraph the fact that he is going to go for first impression, so we can just switch into Bronzong, which won't take anything from it. And he's going to take 2 layers of spikes, which is fantastic. Yeah, I think that's just what we're going to do. He could... He's kind of in a pickle now. Which is great for us. Now he brings in Primate. Okay. So, Primate being here is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and get damage off on this thing. I'm going to Ice Beam. Damage is good. So, Ice Beam comes off. This is max Bedef, so it's not going to do crazy amounts of damage, but that's perfectly fine. And it allows us to bulk up. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, I think we'll be okay. Because if I can just whittle this thing down, we'll be in a pretty decent spot, and we're threatening a freeze. Which is shitty to say, but we're threatening a freeze here. We really are. I'm gonna Ice Beam. Bring this thing down nice and low. Rage Fist, okay. So he's got 1 bulk up. Now our overall best bet, I think, is to bring in Gardevoir. So we're gonna do just that. Although I could bring in Delicacy, I think that Red Eyes is just our overall best bet. I would assume that he doesn't live this hit, but he could Terra in a Steel, and then we're put into a pretty big pickle, I think. But we could live a +1 Rage Fist, right? I would assume so. So let's just come and bring Gardevoir, click Specs, Moonblast. And then we'll just go from there. I do not want to click Mystical Fire because Mystical Fire will bring this thing's Defiant up. And that's not something we want to do. So we're just going to click Moonblast. He should Terra into Steel. I think that's just his best bet. He's under half. So this may actually do a metric fuck ton of damage if not knock him out. So I think we're in a good spot. Primate, fantastic Pokemon. If I don't get, I'm gonna say here, if I don't get access, if I don't get in my next draft league, if I don't get Annihilate, I'm going to draft Primate. So freaking good. Now something's gotta take a Specs Moonblast. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna take the Specs Moonblast? What's up? What's up, bro? This is still gonna do a bunch of damage. Oh, look at that sweet damage. Look at that sweet damage. He can't do anything to me, which is interesting. I think I do have to switch out though because I am Specs. So I think what we could do is bring in our Bananas. I could also bring in Red Eyes and click Outrage. Let's bring in Bananas. Let's bring in Bananas. I think Bananas is a good spot. Bananas is here. Bananas is now. He does have his own Gardevoir still, but I think this time I'm gonna Terra Steel. What does he do? Does he go for Body Press? He goes for Nightshade. That's fine. Perfectly fine. I'm gonna go ahead and bulk up here. Or do I Drain Punch? I think Drain Punch is my best interest. Damage is good, so I'm gonna Drain Punch. Get a little bit of health back, which is great. I can't Terra, so he probably goes for Iron Defense, I would assume. Nightshade, okay. Alright, Nightshade does activate Rage Fist though, which is interesting that he's doing this. I think what we can do now is click Rage Fist. Let's do that. I believe that Nightshade does activate it, so that's like, what, 3? I'm at 150 base power. This is gonna do a bunch of damage. Oh yeah, oh, almost knocks it out. Almost knocks it out. Goes for Nightshade again. And does knock us out, unfortunate. Okay, cool. So now I can just bring in Gardevoir and start clicking Specs buttons. I think is our best bet. Or I can also just bring in Red Eyes and click what? It's actually Red Eyes is not the play just yet. Delicacy is a play we could do, but I think that Liberty is a play. I'm gonna bring in Google Me and click Moonblast. That's the best bet here now. Moonblast is gonna be nice. I can also click Psychic type move. Psychic type move actually looks kind of nice here. No, I'm gonna click Moonblast. It kills. Let's go for Moonblast. This is a really real Terra option here now. Clicking Specs Moonblast against the rest of his team is fantastic. I don't know what he does here now. He probably has to bring in HAXORUS to click Poison Jab. And in that turn, I could just bring in Liberty. So I think we're in a pretty decent spot. The game kind of turned its tide when we got our opportunity to really do the dirty with Frostlass, which is fantastic. But we have a full Bronzong for this. Unfortunately, this does go through my I could actually just sack this, right? And then just go from there, seeing what he wants to do. I'm gonna go for Delicacy because we're Super Fizz Def. He can click Earthquake for free because of the Mold Breaker, and just click those Banded Earthquakes, which is super scary, super scary. So in comes Delicacy. We do take a layer of Spikes, which is unfortunate, but we can handle this thing accordingly. We should be able to take 2. Ooh, not if he Terras. I think this is Terra Ground. If this is the same team. All right, HAXORUS, what you got for me, friend? Is this Terra Ground? It is Terra Ground. Okay, so now that it has terastallized into a ground type, how much damage does this do? A lot. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I'm going to Icicle Spear. I have to basically sack to this, which is unfortunate. Now I think, does the Bell... All right, Gardevoir. Does Gardevoir live a hit? Just out of curiosity. Earthquake Terrad. We don't because of the spikes. So we bring in our own guy. We're bringing our own guy. And then from here, I think what we have to do is click First Impression twice. I think that's the play. Do we not have First Impression? We do have First Impression. Okay, so Let's see. This calc is funny. All right, I'm gonna take our time. We have 6 minutes left. We're totally good. First impression, 2 of them should actually... Earthquake doesn't kill. Earthquake doesn't kill. I'm gonna Earthquake in return first, and then we'll first impression. So I'm gonna Earthquake in return. Perfect. Okay, so he switches out, which is great. Brings in the Gritty. All right, sacks off the Gritty, which is great. Because now he has to take layers of spikes, 2 layers of spikes again, and first impression should be able to get him. I just want to get him in range of first impression. That is what the goal is here. And according to this calc, first impression should be able to get the D done at 40%. I believe. Yeah. And he's going to be pretty low. So in comes this thing. Takes spikes. We do outspeed. And I don't believe we kill, but he does have the shell smash. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring in Liberty and do the 50-50. If he shell smashes, he may actually take this game because Marcus did end up putting Hydro Pump on this set. But first impression is going to be my best friend now. Goes for Icicle Spear. Good stuff. Okay, cool. So I don't think I died to a Hydro Pump after 5 hits of this, barring like a crit. So we have to click first. We have to click body press. Kind of don't have a choice. So let's do that. Body press is going to kill this Pokemon. He doesn't have a resist on his team because of the Frost Blast being gone. So we have to click body press. Puts him in range of first impression. First impression is, ooh, first impression, baby. Shout out to Trexo for a mirror matchup that ended up being so good. Mirror matchup was so good. Body press, he has a switch in Gardevoir. But now he doesn't switch into his own ground type move from my HAXORUS. So I think that's the end game here. Oh, he's just gonna give me this. Okay, so after a body press, I may actually get him in range. That may actually be a thing. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. So, do we have to pick a sack here? Do we pick a sack here? Do we sack off Google Me? Survey says probably yes. Does he ground type move here? There's no reason not to, right? Interesting. Interesting plays. I think I have to sack this. I'm a body press. Yeah, I don't have a choice. I have to sack it. So he's gonna Earthquake. And he is not in range of first impression, so we have to do the ground thing. We have to win. We have to win the speed tie. I don't know if we live this hit. Let's find out. So we do have the Mold Breaker. We do unfortunately have to Terra Ground now. 115. So let's do it. We're gonna Terra. We're gonna go for Earthquake, and then we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna see what we can do. If we win the speed tie, I think we win the game. Yeah, if we win the speed tie, I think we win the game. He switched. Okay, I still have sacks, which is great. Sacks off the Cloister. Things you love to see. This thing, I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good spot. Yeah, this should die. Right? I mean, this is a freaking terrestrialized HAXORUS. A HAXORUS, dude, which should not be in the RU tier. The RU tier, I think, in my personal opinion. But, you know, here we are. What a good game, man. Look at this Terra hat. Let's go, HAXORUS. Rah! Flex on him, baby. Big Earthquake. All right, this should drop. Question mark, exclamation point. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Let's go, HAXORUS. Let's go, HAXORUS. Now I think he actually dies to first impression after spikes and such. So we may not even have to risk it anymore. Yeah, he does. He does. He does. Cool beans. Now I can just first impression. So I have sacks. What do I not need the most? Well, that's his last Pokemon, so I have sacks and he does not. I have Gardevoir, so I'm gonna bring in Gardevoir. And I think that I do not risk the speed tie because according to this calc, first impression should do 40% minimum. And that looks like 40% to me. We break the mold, baby. We break the mold. So we're in a good spot. I think we got the game here. I think we got the game here. Unless he like went up into Marcus's sets and he changed things up, I think we win this game. Because first impression does 40% minimum to the set that we have, which is the mirror matchup for Mr. Marcus. So we're gonna go ahead and bring in Red Eyes. What a fantastic game, Detruxa. What a fantastic game. All right, so first impression should kill this Pokemon, according to what I see here. Now, do I have to risk it? We're at 97 HP. I think it's a 2 KO. I don't think I have to risk it. If he's Jolly, Terra Ground, Earthquake, HAXORUS, it does not kill. So I don't think I have to risk it. I'm an Earthquake. I don't think I have to risk it. I'm gonna, oh, he thought I was in a first impression. He thought I was in a first impression. I think we wrapped it up. Good stuff. Nice. Cool. So we win that 50-50, which is nice. I didn't have to risk it. I'm glad I checked the calc. Even though we don't have much time to calc anymore, I'm glad I did. Because I don't think we had to risk the first impression there. Which is fantastic, because now I'm out of range of first impression, which is great. So it looks like he tried to go for the same exact play that I did. And the last minute, we changed decisions and we switched over Earthquake. So what a fantastic game to Detruxa, man. Like I said in the beginning of the video, down in the description below will be a link to not only CB Marcus's channel, but to also Trexo's channel. Please check them both out. CB Marcus is the one that came up with this team, and he went #1 on the RU ladder on Showdown with this team. And then look at us, 2 content creators working for it. So I ended up winning this game. I won this game regardless. But what a fantastic game to Trexo. It was really good stuff, because I don't die here. I wouldn't. I mean, he would have to win the speed tie, in which case I still would have lived regardless, and we'd be in a good spot after that, because I lived the hit and he doesn't. And so yeah, good game. It was fantastic. My palms are sweaty. If you guys enjoyed this battle, leave a comment down below, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. With that being said, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. Have a great rest of your day, and above all else, be nice. Peace.